this. Oh my gosh, vanilla. What's up, my cherry bombs? Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about my winter lineup. Now, I did do a winter lineup for the designer list, so if you didn't watch that, go ahead and watch that first and then come back to this video. If you're looking for the perfect winter fragrance, then this is the video for you. Go ahead and start off with the first fragrance, which is one from Snif, and I think this is the most affordable fragrance on this list, and this is such a beautiful fragrance. It comes with a pack. It's amazing and it's long lasting, and it is Suganami. Now let's talk about this dark bottle. Now this fragrance is gorgeous. It has this beautiful angelica note in it that is just timeless. It has a beautiful rose and iris note in it. It has angelica, but my favorite part of this fragrance is the musky note in this fragrance, and it's super creamy. This is a beautiful winter fragrance. I feel like every single time you'll wear this fragrance, you will stop people at their tracks. The sillage is amazing. It will pierce through the winter air and just get on the skin and work. This is sweet as well, which is really nice. It has myrrh in it, and the myrrh in this fragrance is really earthy. I like this fragrance, and it's only $65. And Snif have a really good testing program, and I feel like this is a fragrance that everyone should have in their collection, especially if you are new to the note of angelica. This is beautiful. It's angelica done very well, and all my discount codes will be linked in the description box below. Next one is a beautiful fragrance, and this is one that you guys will always hear me talk about. I know y'all probably tired, but I'm not tired of it. It is a beautiful one, and it is Note Vanilla. If you're looking for a beautiful vanilla fragrance, then this one is it. It has a beautiful citrus opening that envelops the vanilla. This has a booziness in it as well, but it's not crazy boozy. It is the perfect balance between booze, vanilla, and just goodness. If you're looking for a beautiful vanilla fragrance, then this is it. I don't care what nobody say. Vanilla is one of my favorite notes, and I love when vanilla is done differently, and this is a really good vanilla that everyone needs to have in their collection, especially right now during the winter time and fall time. So this is one that I have a discount code as well from Mikalef. This is one that I feel like is very unique enough to have in your collection. It is a staple fragrance. It lasts all day. It does come in a newer bottle, but the juice is the same. If you're looking for a staple vanilla fragrance, I highly recommend this one. Now this next fragrance is another vanilla. I try my best to keep the vanillas at a minimum because vanilla is probably one of the notes that I have a lot of, but this right here is a vanilla that a man and a woman could wear. All of these fragrances are unisex, but I think this is the most unisex one on the list when it comes to a vanilla fragrance, and it's from Nishane, and it is Ani. Now Ani opens up with a green, beautiful ginger vibe in it. This is vanilla and ginger straight up. That instantly goes away after like a good 15 to 20 minutes, and then you get a perfectly blended spicy and vanilla fragrance. Oh, so sexy. On the skin, it just goes to work. This is so long lasting. Now y'all know Nishane is extrait de parfum, and a lot of brands advertise that some of their fragrances are extraits de parfum, but Nishane, every single fragrance from this brand lasts and lasts and lasts, and the sillage on these fragrances are amazing. I could have put a whole bunch of other Nishanes, but for the winter time, this is my go-to. Now this next one is really new to my collection, but it is not new to the market, and I've had decants of this fragrance and I've worn through them, but it's perfect for the fall and the winter time, especially right now while we're transitioning from fall to winter. And it is from an iconic house, and it is Oud Satin Mood. If you like rose, vanilla, a little bit of spiciness, then this is one that you will love. This is one that every single time I wear, I always get compliments. The bottle is new, but I've had decants, and one thing that people always say is that, wow, you filled up the room when you walked in here. Or they would say, what is that? It smells so luxurious, so rich. Anything from Francis Kirk de Jean smells rich, but this was the third fragrance that I said I had to have in my collection until I smelled Oud Silk Mood. But I think this is more of a easier one of the ouds that everybody would like. Oud Silk Mood is a little bit more richer and a little bit more risque. So I would highly recommend this one for the girl that's trying to get into oud, because this is a really good oud beginner friendly fragrance. Like the ouds from Francis Kurkdjian are very fresh and it's sweet. It has a really beautiful underlying sweetness in it that just creeps up, and when it creeps up you're just like, dang girl, you smell good. That's the vibes that it gives. This is one that makes me curl my toes. This is one that I don't need no one to compliment me. I already know I smell good. Listen here, y'all. I am here to share these new goodness with you guys, and this is one that I made a dedicated video for. So if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna put it right here. But this is a new release from Etat Libre d'Orange, and it is called Frustration. Ooh, now let me tell y'all something about this fragrance. This is one that you will not be frustrated when you smell it. It's actually very cozy, warm, and comforting, and a slight bit of nuttiness. Oh man, if y'all really want me to go dive into this fragrance, watch that video, because this is the perfect vanilla, nutty, boozy fragrance for the winter time. Now, it doesn't have like that boozy licorice vibe that Lost Cherry have, Angel Share have, and other fragrances that I'm going to share with you guys have. But this one is like the best. Honestly, I feel like this is one of my favorite vanillas. Like, and Note Vanilla is on here, and I think this is my favorite. So if you're trying to get into a vanilla fragrance that's different, this is it. Now, it does have cumin in it, and a lot of people are scared of the cumin note, but you don't get the cumin at all. And this fragrance is really balanced and just blended to perfection. Frustration is literally climbing its way to my top 10 fragrances for life. Straight up. It's long lasting, it's sexy, it's unisex. You need it. Now, this next one is one from BDK, and honestly, this is probably the sexiest BDK fragrance in my collection, and it is Ombre Sofrano. If you like amber, saffron, smokiness, then this one is it. And it kind of gives me a leathery suede vibe. I don't remember the notes from the top of my head, but it is sexy, y'all. It is one of those fragrances that I highly recommend for a guy to have in their collection. It's unisex. I wear this fragrance. It's super sexy, but on a man, it is beautiful. So if you're looking for a new winter fragrance for your guy, this is it. And I really believe that BDK did a really good job with this one. Now, y'all know I love Velvet Tonka and Rouge Smoking, but this is better. This next fragrance is one of my favorites from this specific house. It's from the House of Men, Sarah, and it is one that I be wearing out during the winter time, and it is Instinct Crush. Now, I wore this out, literally wearing it out, and I wore it out like to the point that my husband was like, dang, this is your new signature scent. It's sexy. It's saffron, jasmine, ambergris, ambroxan. Oh, it is compared to Baccarat Rouge 540. Highly recommend this over all of those. 1, because you get more juice. 2, because you can smell it throughout the whole wear. 3, because it's sexy as hell. This is one that I can say that is inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540, but it is not a dupe. It is okay to have this one and Baccarat Rouge 540 in your collection, and people will probably say that this reminds them of it, but it doesn't smell like it. And anyone that knows Baccarat Rouge 540 probably would say like, are you wearing that? They'll question it. They won't say that you're wearing Baccarat Rouge 540, so it's not a dupe. Oh my god, it's so sexy. And I know a lot of people that have Baccarat Rouge 540 that prefers this one. It is completely unisex. I love it on my skin. It's beautiful, it's sweet, it's sexy, and it's perfect for the winter time. This next fragrance is a boozy, incensey fragrance. And if you're that girl that likes spices, incense, all those type of fragrance notes, almost like a Middle Eastern type of vibe, then this is one that you will enjoy. And it's from Gurrlll, and it is Bouquet Ideal. This is one that a lot of brands do, but this is one that I always get compliments on. And y'all, it's pretty new to the collection. I got it this springtime, but I've been wearing it this fall. And let me tell y'all something, people are always complimenting me on this. So if you like fragrances like Rogba, then you'll definitely enjoy this. Now, I would have to say, if you have Rogba, you don't need this. Even though I think that they smell very close, this is so rich that I honestly prefer this one more than Rogba. Rogba is a little bit more harsh, and I feel like all the notes are not blended completely well, even though I love Rogba. This one is like one of those fragrances that you know that it's not linear, but it's blended out to perfection, that you really have to be in this fragrance game to dissect the notes in this fragrance. I love this fragrance, and it's one of those that is a heavy hitter. Once it gets on the skin, it goes to work, and you will always get compliments. This next one is a winter fragrance that I've been wearing all year round. Every single time I have a performance and I want to stand out, this is one that I wear. It is a rose oud vanilla blend, and it is from the house of Lancome, and it is Oud Bouquet. Now, Lancome is not a niche house, but this right here is from their private blend, and I honestly would have to say that it is niche quality. When this fragrance hit the market, everybody and their mom wanted to smell like this. It is the prettiest oud rose praline fragrance I've ever smelled. And after I smelled this, several Middle Eastern houses have tried to recreate it, but honestly, if it's not the original, it ain't it. This is just so lavish, so sexy, so good. And I'm so happy people are starting to understand how good this is, because if you don't have Oud Bouquet in your collection, you're not a real oud rose praline lover. Like, it's so good. And it will get you the compliments. It always stands out. Oud Bouquet is the perfect one for you. And this next fragrance is one that I love. It's about to go on a year. This December is gonna make it a year since I've had this fragrance. And this is from Dior, and it is Tobacular. Honey, tobacco, plum. Goodness. Oh my gosh, vanilla. This is the sexiest fragrance from Dior, hands down. I really want Fève Delicious before it gets discontinued all the way. I really want Oud Esfahan, but this right here is the one that I decided to go with first, and I do not regret it at all. When they came out with Tobacular, they did a number on this one. This is so sexy. I remember my husband spraying this on his jacket, and that lasted for 2 weeks in my room. The whole room smelled like Tobacular, and I only sprayed it a couple sprays on him just to test it out, and it was beastly. If you're looking for a beautiful tobacco fragrance with honey, Tobacular is the one for you. And that was it for my winter fragrance video. Comment down below if you have any fragrances on this list. Comment down below what your wish list is for winter. If you're looking for the perfect winter fragrance, then this is it. All my links and discount codes will be in the description box below, because I do have a couple discount codes on these fragrances. And if you guys would like to test it, y'all already know that Twisted Lily have a lot of these fragrances from this lineup for you guys to test. Use my code CHERYSTV10, and that will also be in the description box below. And then I'll leave a video for you guys to watch, because I did do the designer list of this fragrance video. So if y'all like to see that, go ahead and click this link right here, and you'll be able to see it. Until we see each other again, please, please, please stay safe and keep on smelling fragrances. Bye, Cherry Bombs.